Welcome back to the channel, guys, and welcome to another episode of Project 944, where we attempt to restore my 1983 Porsche 944. Now in episode 1, I introduced the car and took you for a bit of a walk around, show you all the issues and problems that need to be fixed to bring this thing back to life. So if you haven't seen that, go and check it out and then come back here, because this is episode 2 and we're about to start teardown. I'm super excited, and if you're excited as well, make sure you're subscribed so that you don't miss any of these videos. But with that being said, let's get cracking. Now, I'll admit, after filming the intro on episode 1, I was super excited to start getting this thing torn apart. So I actually already made a bit of a start. So let me talk you through some of the stuff that I've already done, and then we'll move on to the stuff that we're going to do today. So as you can see, we've already done a whole bunch of work, especially on this door, which is the one with the big dent in it. So all the interior trim has been removed, the glass and the window mechanism has come out. So that's ready to be pulled off. I think today we might try and get rid of all the rubbers and the trims around the edge here. If we look around the front, heaps of work has been done, obviously, to remove the bumper, the cowling along the front, the headlight covers, they're all off, ready to go. And on this side, not so much. We've just removed the trim that runs along the side here, ready for removing the wing mirrors and the door handles and all that kind of stuff. But I think today we will focus on this door here, remove all these trims, get the door off, maybe get the roof out, and see what else we can get into. And of course, whenever you do a project like this, it's really important to label everything to make it a lot easier when it goes back together. So I've got just one of these little boxes from Bunnings, and I've just written on the top here things like the door, bumper, headlights, and that's all the screws that kind of go with it. We've got a few miscellaneous items here, a few little baggies. This will be the sunroof one. There's another one in there. But yeah, that should hopefully make it easy to put it all back together. So that's the right-hand door removed with all of the seals and stuff. We've got the little vent and the lock mechanism here. We might even take this rubber seal off as well, just so it's nice and easy when it comes time to repaint. So that's all sorted. The door's just sitting over there. All the trims have been removed off that, as you saw before, ready to transplant onto the new door. Also, we took out the sunroof and the seal that runs around here, so that's ready to go. I just need to take the actual seals off the sunroof panel, so that will be ready for paint as well. But good progress. Now, given the age of the car, we were always going to run into issues with bolts that are corroded or rusted and stuff like that. So let me show you a good example of that. So this is the rear bumper, and as you can see, there's a black plastic kind of strip that goes on the edge of it, and that is secured with a whole bunch of studs that come out of the plastic. Some of these have come off pretty straightforward, like this guy at the end here, but some of these are completely rusted on, which means when I get the socket onto it, it just doesn't turn. And in fact, I think what's happening is that it's turning inside the securing part of the actual bumper. Well, I wasn't quite right about how that rubber is attached. If I come around this way, you can see that I've managed to get it off, and I ended up just having to sort of pull it off with brute force. You can see the studs sticking out of it here, but they're actually separate to the rubber. They're just like a kind of screw with a big head that sort of sits in this channel here. And you can see a couple of them left over where I've had to pull it off. So now I can get vice grips onto these, a socket onto the other side, and get those off. But no damage to the bumper, but I think we're probably going to get a new one of these. All right, next off is a job that I've been dreading, and that's taking the trim off the front windscreen so we can get it ready for paint. Let me show you what we're dealing with. So I'm referring to this black trim here, which runs all the way along the top and then down the other side. I've already masked off the glass because obviously I don't want to scratch that. But inside here, where are they? There's one up there. Are these little clips that need to be loosened. Now I've already had a look at YouTube to see if I can get some guidance. But I think I'm just going to find a little pick tool or something like that. I think they need to be slid one way or the other, and that will loosen this trim off. But yeah, we'll give that a go.
$2,000 years later.
Right, well, I've managed to get the first one a little bit loose, but what I'm dealing with here is an abundance of what appears to be windscreen silicone, which kind of gunked up everything along the edge of the trim there. So with a very sharp knife, I'm kind of just trimming away all the excess, because obviously we don't want it to leak after this, and then gently prying those clips loose, and then kind of just wiggling it out. But I really don't know what we're going to do when we get to the top section here. There we go. Excellent. All right. Well, that's one done. Now we just need to do the other side, and then I guess we need to figure out how to do the top. Yeah, that's going to be fun. We did it. Oh, that is such a relief. Okay, now it's time to tackle the rear of the car. We've already got the bumper off the bottom. Time to take the taillights out. Alright guys, here we go, the last push to get this thing sorted. We just need to remove the rear hatch, the front bonnet, this little keyhole here for the factory alarm. I'm going to get a professional to attend to this front fender and do a panel patch for the rust spot that we've got down there. There's an aerial that we need to remove on the other side, and then that's it. We are so close to being ready to start sanding this car in preparation for paint. So here we go, the last push, we're on the home stretch. Okay, so when it comes time to remove the rear hatch, a couple of quick pointers. The securing bolts are actually in the inside of the car under some plastic covers on the roof liner. There's some Allen bolts attaching there, but you're going to come across this wire here, which basically feeds the wiper motor, and there's no plugs to actually separate it, which we need to do to take the hatch off. But if you follow this channel all the way down, you'll actually come across the plugs right down here. So we're going to undo those and then feed them back up and pull them out of that hole, and that way we'll be able to take the hatch off. It's going to be fun to get them back in when we're reassembling, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So as you can see, we're trying to remove this barrel for the alarm system, and it's proving to be a little bit difficult. I can actually reach inside the fender and I can feel the whole unit, but it's stuck solid. So I was under the impression that you could remove this outer seal around the keyhole here and there would be a nut behind it. So I checked on Google and actually that is the case. So I'm just trying to get this seal off at the moment, which is proving to be a little bit stubborn. Okay, so we got the rubber cover off. We've loosened the main nut, so I've got my hand in the back of the fender here. Just loosen this off and hopefully grab this washer. Should just pop in. There we go. It's a great success. Now we can sand that down and give it the proper paint job that it deserves rather than just masking around it. So here we go, guys, one of the last jobs before we're ready to sand the 944, and that's removing this aerial from the front fender. Now I can just get my hand inside the front wheel well and I can actually feel where it's sitting. The top basically just unscrews like that. Pop that off, take the cap off, and the whole thing disappears into the front fender. Now we can get that all sanded and ready to go. And I think that might be it. Is it possible that we've finished teardown? So I think that's a really great place to end this episode. Teardown is pretty much finished in preparation for sanding and paint. Unfortunately, I think teardown was probably the easy part. Sanding is going to take a long time and a lot of work, but fortunately I've got some really good advice from a pro painter who's going to help guide me through that process. We'll document that in future episodes, as well as some other stuff that we need to do on the interior, like retrimming the seats. We'll cover that as well. Let me know in the comments what you think of the videos so far. I know there's a lot of 80s themed music. Do you guys like that? Do you not like that? Let me know in the comments, and of course make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell as well so that you don't miss any future episodes of Project 944. I'm really excited to see how this is going to turn out. I hope you guys are as well, but that's it for now. I'll see you in the next episode.